Hi, I'm Mark from L&M Small Engine. Today we're working on a Johnsard zero turn 50-inch or 52-inch cut with a 25 horsepower Kohler in it. The reason why we're working on it today, they have some major electrical issues with it. For some reason, they put a new battery in this spring, but they put the positive on the negative and the negative on the positive, and it wouldn't start, and they said they used a booster on their charger, and I'll show you when we get close, but the negative wire, a lot of the black plastic got burnt off the copper cable. So I tried charging the battery and it won't charge no more. So I got a new battery for it. We're going to put the cables on wrong, and hopefully it didn't burn out too much stuff. So hopefully you enjoy the video. When they brought it here, the cables were already off the battery, but you can see it burned off here, and the reason I can tell it got hot is because this plastic is hard as a rock. Usually it's really flexible. It's hard as a rock, so I want to tape that. So I know it's only the ground, but I'm still going to tape that up. But I tried to charge this battery. I put it on the trickle charger, and it won't charge no more. So we're going to pop that battery out. I got a new one we can throw in there. There's fuses in the line, so hopefully it blew the fuses out before it damaged like the key switch, or hopefully it didn't ruin the starter. But we're just going to start fresh. Put a new battery in there, put the red on the positive and the black on the negative, and just start testing wires. It almost looked like that negative wire was touching the seat wire too, because it's burnt. There's like about a 2-inch spot where it's got hot and burnt the coating off of that too. Keep that kind of loose till I put the new bolts in. Okay, got the positive on the positive, negative on the negative, and I covered up that bare spot on the negative wire. So let's turn the key on, and nothing. The handles are all the way out and everything. Okay, they got some fuses here. Pop them fuses out. Hopefully them fuses are burnt. Yeah, that one's burnt. It got hot. I need to put a new 30 amp fuse in there. Alright, still nothing. So now we gotta do some wire testing next. I think that's my favorite part of working on lawnmowers, testing all the wires. So up there's our key switch and everything. 5/16, take that panel off. We're gonna see if we have juice to the key switch. Have to have juice there before we'll do anything else. So let me get a nut driver and pop that off. Now to test wires and stuff, all you need is a simple little tester like this. You can get fancy ones, but to test wires, all you need is something like this. So we're going to put this on the ground, on the battery. Test down the positive. Make sure it works. Okay, we got power going to the key switch. Let's find the solenoid. And we got nothing coming out of that. It's almost like this thing got really hot. I don't know if when they switched them wires around the back that had anything to do with this. Don't really look that bad. It's not corroded or nothing. But sometimes they have like letters stamped on these spades here, or they have on that plastic. They have them on and mounted on that plastic. So like this one here says M. That's your motors. That's when you shut it off. This one here is G, your ground. That one there is your solenoid. And then we have no power coming out of the solenoid. And here's your battery. So there's a lot of key switches that have the same design. 6 here and 1 here, 7. But when you get one, you got to make sure all the letters line up, because that could be a solenoid on another one, and this one there's your battery, and that could burn out your coils. That could do a lot of stuff. So when you get a new key switch, I said it before, always make sure you get the one for the unit you're working on, and when you get it, make sure all the letters match up. So let me go look this up, and I'll be right back, and we'll continue. Okay, got a new switch here. I want to clean these plugins real good, get all the dust and debris out of there. Make sure it makes good contact. I'll be damned. There we go. Now I'm just worried about the coils being burned out, because that can happen too. I'm using the old threads because the one that came with this key switch was just that big flat nut, and these here designed for that rubber boot. That's why I'm putting that one back on. PTO switch is kind of womply there. Let's put it on choke. Make sure this fires off. Okay, now nothing now. We'll check that fuse. Well, it looks right. Let me grab another fuse. If it keeps on blowing fuses, there might be something else wrong with this thing too. But that's why they put fuses in these wiring harnesses, just for that reason. In case you hook up something wrong. This fuse bracket, I'm going to cut it off. These fuses ain't sitting in there nice and tight. I'm going to put a new fuse housing in, and we'll try that, because I just wiggled the fuse and it kicks on. So let me do that real quick, but we're making progress, and it could have been a lot worse than that. Okay, I put a new inline fuse in. The other one, it melted the wire where it goes to the spades. It wasn't getting a good enough connection. So I went and bought a new inline fuse to put a new fuse in there. So on the wire, I wish this thing had more to it. But if you have power going to key switch and the wire from the solenoid spade on the key switch, you have power going through that, and your solenoid still don't work. Well, in zero turns, that solenoid wire comes up to this safety switch right here. Then it piggybacks over this switch over here on the other side. Then one goes down to the handbrake. Some zero turns don't have the handbrake. This one, you pull the handles out, the brake comes on too. But you just follow it all the way down to the solenoid. Then if you got power to the solenoid, it's not coming out to the starter, and you have to replace your solenoid. I love doing wiring on lawnmowers. I think it's fun and relaxing. We just got to follow it from point A to point B to point C, all the way to the solenoid. So now, it starts up every time now. Just like that. So first and foremost, when you hook up these batteries, make sure the red goes to the positive and the black goes to the negative. Just one simple mistake caused all this damage. It could have been a lot worse, because I've seen them where they actually burn out the coils. I've seen them where they burn out the starters. And this is one of them Kohler confident motors. And I'm sure them parts ain't cheap. You can buy aftermarket parts, but that's how you do it. Anyways, I hope this video helps you out. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please subscribe. Anyway, you guys have a good afternoon.